We as women take up many roles in our life. In fact, we have reached a point where there is no role that we do not play, that we do not do, whether it be building a home, whether it be taking care of the family, taking care of the kids, taking care of our elders, our young ones, our sense of security, our sense of self, whether it be taking care of our family, taking care of our resources, our finances. There's nothing literally that we have not taken over by now. But if there is one job that is not ours, it's to have enough sympathy in ourselves to be able to raise a fully grown man. It's not a woman's job to raise a man. It's not a woman's job to heal him. It's not a woman's job to uh, be a sense of support that he's not found in himself. It's important, it's necessary for two people who are together in a relationship to depend on each other when one feels lacking or when one feels overwhelmed. That is natural, it's necessary. But we all are responsible for our own sense of selves, for our own inabilities and abilities, for our own traumas, for our own pasts that we bring onto the table. We are not here to heal anybody. We are here to sit with people while they heal themselves. But at the same time, if somebody does not take the responsibility to work on themselves, it's not our responsibility to do it for them. It's not our responsibility to keep on taking the trauma that was never meant to be ours. It is never our responsibility to let things slide, because when we disrespect ourselves, not just others, when we disrespect ourselves, we disrespect something greater that put us here on the planet that we are a part of. And every time we do that, we tell the world, we tell the universe that we are not worthy, that we are less than. And yes, it's important for us to be there for everybody. It's important for us to be there for humanity, but at the same time, we are not meant to carry their burdens for them. We are meant to carry our own burdens, and that is what makes us stronger. It is the weight that we carry on a day to day basis, the weight that is within us, that makes us stronger. And nobody should take that away from us. And similarly, we should not take that weight away from other people. That is their journey that we have just joined them on. And when we try to take away their pain, take away their hardships, wherever we try to take it away and not let them deal with it, we also end up taking away from their journey. Let's say you, let's say your kids got enrolled in a school. Let's say you had one child and it was a little boy, and this little boy had found a friend in a different class or in the same class. Let's say there are two friends, close friends, your boy and another boy. But every time this boy went to school, this other kid did this boy's homework. And the other boy was trying to be helpful because your boy was struggling. But at the same time, you saw the books and you thought he's doing a good job, like he can figure things out on himself, on his own. But at the end of the semester, or let's say year, when the report card comes and the exam finally goes in, and you realize, oh, he had not studied anything. And when you tried to question him, you realize that this other boy was trying to help him. For him, for this little boy's perspective, the friend was trying to help him, right? And there's no ill intention, no harm that was brought upon by that friend, because he was just trying to do good for the friend so that he would not get into trouble, right? So he would do his homework for him. But because of that, your boy did not learn anything. And now the whole year has passed, and now all the education of this year will lead him to the education of the new year. And maybe this year also he's not done great. So even when we try to take on other people's trouble, and even when we try to take on other people's weight on ourselves as our own, not only do we burden ourselves with more than we should have been burdened with, we end up slowing down their own growth and their own journey. So it becomes very important for us to sit and understand, am I being supportive, or am I now the foundation of this person's world? Am I just a spectator, an audience watching this person or being with this person while this person heals himself on his own journey? Or am I now the enabler? Because you do become the enabler, right? Let's say somebody was suffering from an addiction, and it was somebody in your family. I'm sure there's somebody you've seen in your family who suffers from any kind of addiction, maybe alcohol. But now, let's say wherever you guys meet, this person needs alcohol, and you see this person suffer. And whenever it's not available, so what do? You say, okay, let's go somewhere else where we can get a drink. And you sit with this person drinks, you feel relaxed, okay, you help this person out. You did for a few seconds, for a few minutes, maybe an hour. But at the same time, you reinforced this person's problem further. And you did not think much of it because it was never your problem to solve. But for this person, it became a cycle, a loop. And it's now harder for him. He's now one step further away from his own healing. So when we look at the world and we hear things like, oh, you're not responsible for other people's burdens, you're not responsible for other people's weight, we tend to think, but I'm not a selfish person. Like, I would like to help other people. I would like to take on their burden, their own weight, and I would like to support them. I would want them to grow faster, heal faster. But when we really look at it logically, it goes the other way, right? It makes it slower for them to come out of it. It becomes more problematic for them because we end up becoming the enablers. So instead of becoming the shoulder that holds their weight for them, we can become a shoulder that they can just lean on from time to time when they feel overwhelmed while taking care of their own life. Because we do not want people to delay their own journey, right? We do not want people to delay their own growth, their own soul's evolution. Life, or let's say the soul, does not see life as steps. It does not see as age 1, age 5, age 10, age 15. The soul does not see, oh, I am, let's say, 10 years old, so I should be studying more right now. I should be more into athletics. I should probably have some kind of interests in my mind, this and that. Maybe I should give this soul a gift now, a hobby now, or this now, not that now. That does not happen. The soul does not see your life as a series of steps the way we do, right? When we plan out our lives, we think, oh, by age 30, I'll be this. By age 35, I'll be here. By age 40, I'll be here. By age 50, I hope maybe some people plan their retirements, early retirements, and they think, oh, I plan to be free and completely on my own by age 50. But that's not how the soul sees our life. It does not. It sees the capacity that we can hold. So if, let's say, you want love in your life, but you are, let's say, 25, 30, 35, and you still don't have love, and you think, am I late now? Like, why did I not get it? And maybe I'm not meant for it, like the age has passed. But that's not what the soul is thinking. The soul is thinking this person has not yet built the capacity to accept the love that this soul deserves. So you might think, oh, I have reached a certain age, so I should be having these things that I want to have. But the soul thinks the moment you become fit for it, it doesn't matter how old you are. Let's say a lot of wealth needs to come to you. Let's say you have wealth in your soul's lifetime. There is a part in your life where you are supposed to become filthy rich and very blessed. But at the same time, whenever troubles come in, whenever her life gets hard, you start to think, I don't like it. I want to stop. I don't want to continue. These lessons are very hard, which is fine because they are hard, right? And yeah, it's hard. It's not easy to go through life, and things go up and down, right? And that's a sign that life exists, that it is going on. So when we start to fight the things that are trying to build us, or when we try to stop others from their own growth by intervening too much. Let's say it's a parent, right? And the parent feels my child should not do anything because I'll do everything for them. I love them and I support them and I don't want them to suffer. And I know how hard it is to do everything on your own, on their own, on your own. And I don't want my child to suffer. So what do? You start doing everything for them and you start taking over their own progress, right? You feed them, you bathe them, you help them with brushing their teeth, with wearing clothes, with everything, with um, whatever you can think of, not putting the plates back in the kitchen, whatever it could be. And you think, oh, I'm just being a good parent. But then they reach a point in their life, let's say they are in school, or let's say they are outside with friends, and they realize, oh, the other kids are managing on their own perfectly fine, but I'm not. Other kids are able to eat on their own, but I'm not. Other kids are putting their plates back in place, but I'm not. What am I doing wrong? What did I not learn? And then they start blaming themselves. So we might think, oh, right now I'm being supportive. And this is true for ourselves as well. When we take away from our own journey, when we take away from our own evolution, we might think, oh, I'm just being kind to myself. And it's important sometimes to be kind to yourself because sadly, we are the harshest on ourselves, aren't we? Everybody can do anything, the worst things possible, and we'll find a way to forgive them. But the moment we slip, or the moment we lose control, or the moment we do something that we are not 100% proud of, we are so harsh with ourselves. In fact, it's really hard to live a life in which you are comfortable with yourself and comfortable with your choices and comfortable with your decisions. And that is where we need to get, right? For us to be having the life that we deserve, we need to become the version that is worthy of holding it. So if you feel there is some delay, if you feel I wish I had this, or I feel like I should have this, whatever you feel exists for you. If you feel, oh, I feel like I should be doing better, then that means that you are. And if you feel, oh, there should be love in my life, that means there is a you that exists in this world in maybe a different dimension that has that kind of love that you crave. So when you do see all these things, when you do feel all these things, your job then becomes to become the version that has the capacity to hold it. When we truly manifest something, when we manifest, let's say, a dream, maybe occupation, a dream, wealth scenario, like what we see, where we see ourselves living, what car we are driving, or let's say the love that we have, when we see a perfect relationship, or when we see an ideal relationship, or a relationship that we would want. Whatever we see is something that exists for us. And the moment we manifest it, we do not have it land in our realities. What we do get is a way to reach there. What we do get is a way to arrive. So small breadcrumbs will start to show up. Your own sense of reality will start to become clearer and clearer to you. What does that mean? It means wherever you're trying to make yourself small, wherever you have made decisions which are maybe from your past trauma, sometimes, mostly, we end up making decisions from a place of hurt. We end up making decisions from a place of lack of self worth because sometimes we believe maybe this is the best it can get for me, maybe there's no more, and maybe I should be happy with what I have. And that is not really you acting from your highest self, it's you acting from a place of lack or a place of survival. And the moment you start dreaming of a life where you have everything that you can see for yourself, that reality is very different from the reality you hold right now. So sometimes things start to break, they start to fall away. But the moment they do, you start to panic. This is true for everyone, it's true for me too, right? When we lose our sense of control, and sometimes we live in lives where control becomes very necessary to exist. And whenever we feel like that is going out of our reach, we start to panic and we start to resist and we start to fight back. And we cannot completely like shake away our destinies. If something great is meant for us to happen, it will come to us, but we can slow it down. We can delay it. We can get into a place where We push it away because we maybe feel unworthy, or maybe we feel overwhelmed, or maybe we feel that if we do get all that, what kind of a person would I be, or would I change, or would people look at me differently? And those things are what make us push our destinies away, make us push our ideal lives away, our highest versions of ourselves away. So the resistance is what we need to let go of. The resistance that is coming to you to mold you into a better person. All life and all the trauma that tends to happen happens to mold you into the person that you dream of, and the person that you do want to become. So every time you manifest something, don't think it's not here and it will not happen for me. It has already manifested. It's already come into the reality. God wants to give you everything. The universe wants to give you everything. It wants to give you everything and more.